It's a new year. It's a time to welcome back old faces and meet some new ones. It's a time to cheer on your favorite team, whether it's from your home arena or from your couch. It's a time to see what your team can do to improve from last season. It's a new year, a new basketball season, and it starts now. Good evening and welcome to the first edition of USBA Primetime. I'm Justin Prince. Tonight's action is between the Toronto Raptors and the Atlanta Hawks, as we're all set to go to tip off USBA season number 24, as the Atlanta Hawks will have the first possession of the game here at Phillips Arena. Here is your lineups as Jeff Teague starts at point guard for the Atlanta Hawks. At shooting guard, it is Kyle Korver. Small forward is Stavo Sefolosha. The other forward, at power forward, is Paul Millsap. And at center, Al Horford. As Sefolosha passes it to Millsap on the pop and fade. And that's a rebound by Damari Carroll, the small forward for the Toronto Raptors. Kyle Lowry starts at point guard. DeMar DeRozan at shooting guard. Power forward is Luis Scola. And at center, Jonas Valanciunas from Lithuania. As now Carroll gets the ball back here with 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. Valanciunas gets the ball, posting up Korver now as he'll shoot the fadeaway jump shot, and he makes it. And that's the first points of the season 24 year, as Valanciunas puts the Raptors up by 2. Now Valanciunas had a big-time tournament in Eurobasket to lead his team to an Olympic qualifying berth. He had 16 points per game and 8 rebounds per game with Team Lithuania this summer. As Korver drops the ball, and it's kicked out of bounds by Luis Scola. Hawks will keep the ball. And 6:40 to go here as Scola gets the ball from Lowry. He finds DeMar DeRozan in the paint. He backs up, shoots the jump shot, and he makes it. And DeMar DeRozan had 20.1 points per game last season and is looking to continue that this year. As Korver has the ball, setting up the play. Of course, as you know, Kyle Korver is a great player, great shooter, and everything else like that. As Jeff Teague will shoot the three-pointer with Kyle Lowry in his face, as Scola makes the rebound. Lowry will start up the slow play right here. 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in this first quarter. As this one's stolen by Al Horford, and he'll fly down the floor after Korver picks the ball up. He drops it, and Sefolosha's got the rebound and puts it in. And the Atlanta Hawks have their first points of season number 24. And Lowry will try not to turn it over here with 5:49 to go. As Valanciunas gets the ball back to Lowry, trying to go to a cutting DeMar DeRozan, and it's stolen by Paul Millsap. And Sefolosha's back down the floor for 4 consecutive points to tie things up at 4. And look at that, the momentum has shifted back to even, just like that. 2 very bad possessions. They don't want to turn it over here again. They need to score here if they want to keep the lead. As Lowry passes it down low to Scola, and it's almost stolen. And Lowry will have the ball once again, guarded by Sefolosha. And Carroll will spin forward and shoot the jump shot in traffic. And now miss. Valanciunas with the rebound. He misses, and it's rebounded by Paul Millsap. Last season, Millsap had a lot of rebounds, 7.8 rebounds per game last season with the Hawks. As Korver will set things up, pick set by Teague. Waiting at the top of the key right now, top of the three-point line, I should say, as Millsap will back up Lowry. Very big mismatch here. Here's the fadeaway, and it's going to go in after it bounces off the rim. And now it's a 13-10 lead here with 53 seconds to go, as Kent Bazemore will set things up. Pick set, and Thiago Splinter's got his first basket as a Hawk. And he came from the San Antonio Spurs and won a championship in 2014. And just like that, he's got the slam on the pick and roll. Corey Joseph, the second Canadian ever to play for the Toronto Raptors, passes it to Terrence Ross. Ross forward to Bismack Biyombo, out to Terrence Ross again, and back to Joseph. And Patterson for 3, he misses. And it's rebounded by Mike Scott. And Dennis Schroeder will bring it down the court here. 22 seconds to go now here in this first quarter. And the Hawks seem to be having a very good offensive game, that's for sure. As Tim Hardaway Jr. shoots the jump shot. And this one's going to be a kicked ball violation. It's called on Terrence Ross. And it's rebounded by Ross as Joseph will chuck this ball up down the floor. And it's going to miss very badly. As right now the Toronto Raptors are down in this one to the Hawks. 15-10 is the score. We'll be right back here on USBA Primetime with Season 24 action. And welcome back to the Phillips Arena here in Atlanta, Georgia, as everyone's all pumped up here in the stands, with the Atlanta Hawks having a 5-point lead over the Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors have been struggling on offense so far in this one, especially in the last 2 minutes of the quarter. They have not scored since about the 2:30 mark, 1:30 mark I should say, in the first quarter. As DeLon Wright, their first-round draft pick this year from the University of, I believe it is, the University of Utah, sets things up, and he'll chuck up a shot, rebounded by Al Horford, and that is now up to 2 minutes and 51 seconds without a basket for the Toronto Raptors. Very much longer than I first originally thought, as Jeff Teague will pass it down low to Paul Millsap. Millsap is having a decent game so far, as he'll shoot the jump shot, and it's missed, and Carroll's got the rebound, his second of the game, as Wright will set up the play once again. Last season with the Utah Utes, he had 14.7 points per game, 5 assists per game, and 2.1 steals per game, which warranted him, the 23-year-old, a draft pick. As Valanciunas will set things up, he'll shoot the fadeaway jump shot and makes it again. That's his second basket of the game. It's 15-12. And now setting up right here after the timeout are the Atlanta Hawks. 5 minutes to go in this one. Lots of substitutions on both sides, as it looks like the starters, except for one, is in. As that one's going to be a nice jump shot right there by Teague to make it a 7-point lead. James Johnson, as you can tell, is in at power forward. That was what I was trying to say before the basket. And this one's cutting low to Carroll, and he'll back out of the paint. And he'll try to set up this play slowly. Pick set by Valanciunas. Can't get by Korver. And it looks like he's going to pass it out, and it's stolen. That one's stolen by Sefolosha, and he'll chuck it down the floor, and this one's going to be a foul called on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first. And now it's a 20-12 game here with 4 minutes to go. Atlanta's got all the momentum in this one so far, that's for sure. As Millsap will make the jump shot. Another nice basket to make it a 10-point lead, and as you can tell, Anthony Bennett's on the floor. That is going to make him the third Canadian to ever play for the Toronto Raptors in the regular season. As that one's stolen by Sefolosha. Korver down the floor, stopped. Back to Sefolosha, and he'll drive forward, and he'll make the basket. Up to a 12-point lead, just like that. He's 6 points, I should say, and 3 for 3 so far today with 2 steals. And this has been a turnover fest for Toronto. They need to play better, as Valanciunas on the pick and rolls destroys the basket. It brings the lead back down to 10. 3:22 to go right here. And Teague will set things up. As you can tell probably, the Atlanta Hawks have new uniforms, which are, I'm going to say this, very wretched, as this one's tipped out of bounds. New court, neon colors, ugly. And 42 seconds to go here. This one's almost stolen as Splitter passes it off. And it's shot by Bazemore, but he misses. Rebound by James Johnson, his second of the game. And he'll chuck it down the floor here with 31 seconds to go. As Corey Joseph makes the 3-point basket. He cuts the lead down to 6. And it looks like some more bench players are ready to come on the next whistle. And we're having about a 5-second separation between the shot clock and the game clock, as Schroeder will try and slow down the clock here. Looks like it's going to go down here to Tim Hardaway Jr. They might be trying to set up a post play, I should say, for Splitter. 3 seconds to go on the shot clock. Goes down low to Splitter, and he shoots the high post shot and misses. Corey Joseph has the ball. He'll chuck it up at the end of the buzzer, and it's off the front rim. And just like that, the Atlanta Hawks are up in this one. 27-21 is the score. We'll be right back here in Atlanta, Georgia for half number 2 of USBA Season 24 action. And welcome back to the Phillips Arena, where fans are getting a very big showdown here in the first game of the USBA Season 24 year. The score is 27-21 as the Toronto Raptors started to play very well in the second half, especially on offense. Let me tell you, the Toronto Raptors are hosting the 2016 All-Star Game, which should be a fun one, that's for sure, playing inside Air Canada Centre. If you play in there or have been in there, it is a very great place to play, A great place to watch a game, that's for sure. As Skoll will set up at the top here. Passes it low to DeMarre Carroll, and he'll miss the shot. Rebounded by Kyle Korver. And now he'll dribble it down the floor. As this one's quickly passed to Jeff Teague for three, and he misses. Rebounded by Paul Millsap. Millsap with the basket, and he's going to put it in. And this leads an 8-point lead right now with 4:48 to go here in the third quarter. As Jeff Teague will set things up here. For this Atlanta Hawks team, there are a lot of all-stars. Paul Millsap, as well as I believe Jeff Teague, as Damo Cephalosha makes the three. But yeah, as I was saying, Al Horford all-star, Paul Millsap an all-star, Jeff Teague an all-star. I can't remember it rightly, but I'm not sure if Kyle Korver was an all-star or not. Let me tell you, this Atlanta Hawks team eliminated in the conference finals, looking to improve this year as they get the steal here by Paul Millsap. And Cephalosha will get stolen here by Carroll. And this time they'll check it down the floor. As now DeMar DeRozan will try and set something up. And look at that play! That brings it down to 9. And that is a crazy layup by Kyle Lowry. My goodness. That is a great play to go through traffic in between the legs. Is this an all-star game? No, it's not, of course. But we have to focus here as the Hawks are sending up a play. 8 seconds on the shot clock here. Korver passes it back to Teague. He'll pass it outside to Cephalosha. Back inside to Horford, and he's going to get fouled hard by Valanciunas. 3 seconds to go on the shot clock as Patrick Patterson will chuck this one up. And it's missed, rebounded by Schroeder. He'll go down the floor. The scoring drought is up to 2 minutes again for the Toronto Raptors. They can't afford to miss another basket in this one. As Schroeder trying to set up a play here at the top of this setup. As this one's going to be shot here and missed. Rebounded by Splitter. And Millsap will pass it out. And he'll try and reset the play right here. As Tim Hardaway Jr. has the ball guarded by Norman Powell, the second rounder for the Toronto Raptors. 16th pick in the second round, I should say. As Scott will make the jump shot. And it's up to a 13-point lead. Can the Raptors make a dent in this lead is the question with a minute 27 to go. Here are your shooting percentages. 39% for the Hawks, 35% for the Raptors. And the main issue has been that. Turnovers as Scott flies down the floor for the slam. That's now a 15-point lead. An ugly possession there for DeLon Wright and the Raptors. And they'll have to set up something here. Bismack Biyombo from the Charlotte Hornets setting things up. This one's outside to James Johnson, and he makes the three-pointer. And that brings it down to 12. That'll end things off here in the third quarter, as the Atlanta Hawks have been dominating so far in this one from the early first quarter. The score is 42-31, as we'll be right back from Phillips Arena. And welcome back, everyone, to Phillips Arena, as so far this matchup between the Hawks and the Raptors has been all Hawks. 42-31 is the score, as Atlanta will have the first possession of the fourth quarter. Jeff Teague will set things up, guarded by Lowry, as Kyle Korver now has the ball. DeMar DeRozan trying to cover him hard. All starters are in for the Hawks, except for one player. Paul Millsap's out. Thiago Splitter is in. As this one's kicked out to the corner to Cephalosha for three, and he misses. Rebounded by Splitter, and this one's passed around a bit. Kyle Korver was open, and now he's not, and misses the three-pointer. And now the Raptors will set up for their first possession of the fourth quarter. They need to make a dent in this lead if they want to have any shot of winning this one. As Lowry open for the jump shot, and he'll miss. Another shot off the front of the rim, and he looked like he was pretty open there as well. Now they'll set up here with 7:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Korver trying to get something going here. And it looks like it's an isolation play, trying to get something open out of the other players on the roster. 3 seconds to go on the shot clock, as Teague will have to chuck it up. It's rebounded by Kyle Lowry. And he'll try fast breaking down the floor, and he finds Luis Scola, and it's going to be an N1 for the former Indiana Pacer. And now with 2:34 to go, it's still an 11-point game as Jeff Teague will chuck this up and misses. Rebounded by Valanciunas. This one has been a rough one to watch for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry's at this point up to about 7 turnovers as Valanciunas will make the quick jump shot. That brings it down to 9, but at this point, this game is basically over unless Toronto can get a steal or a stop here and make a three at the other end of the floor. Because there's not a lot of time to score 9 points, that's for sure. as we reach that 2-minute mark as Paul Millsap with the jump shot misses. Rebounded by Lowry once again, his second of the game. And he's guarded hard down the floor. Kicks it off to DeMarre Carroll, and he is going to miss the three. Rebounded by DeRozan, and he's going to the line to shoot two. Hawks looking for the dagger here as the Raptors are down by 9 with 1:10 to go. As Horford makes the pick, Korver with the jump shot wide open, and it's off the rim and in. And just like that, it's an 11-point lead. At this point, the Raptors players are probably going to just try and add to their stat lines. A very awful game for Kyle Lowry. 7 turnovers. Make that 8 as Paul Millsap's got the steal. This one's down the floor. Dennis Schroeder down low, and he'll miss. It's rebounded by Lowry, but as I was saying, an ugly start to the season, that's for sure. As Lowry will set things up from about center court. Pick set by Scola. Down low to Scola, and he'll slam it down. He has 7 points in this one. And the Hawks will set up here for the final 30 seconds right about now. They just want the final shot by the looks of it. Raptors bench is clearing to try and put on some new players with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. And Schroeder has the pick set by Horford. Down to 4 seconds to go. He'll have to chuck this one up, and it's off the rim, but rebounded by Millsap. And this one is just about over. The Atlanta Hawks beat the Toronto Raptors 53-44 to start off their season 1-0. And this one was all Hawks in this one, as the Atlanta Hawks dominate to a victory. Thank you everyone for watching tonight's action. You're on USBA Prime Time. We'll be sure to watch our next broadcast coming up soon. Thank you for watching, and good night.